Welcome, eclectic minds of the world. So, gotta try not to film somebody's house. That's like the neighbor's house, and there's my cup of coffee, and there's a pathway that goes down there, and there's a principal's house. You can see the big yard back there, and then next street on Tamarack, he was the principal of Mount View when my kids were going there. So I'm outside. I'm making the video that's been in my head uh, for, for the for a while now. So it's pretty much like memorized. I don't know if that's an example of hyperfocus or not, but I am going to make another video as well based on my hyperfocus from yesterday, which was a book that I was listening to, and I found something interesting. So, but first, we'll talk about. We're going to play a game called Flashbacks. Okay, I'm going to provide 3 dates. First date is June the 5th, 1999. Very important day in my life. The day I got married. Memories. I've got memories of them. I remember like the night before and setting up. I remember in the morning. It rained and we met at a diner. I think the Malco diner, and I don't know who was there. I was there. Sandy was there. Other people were probably there, but I don't really remember. It was a perfect day. It got hot. The rain, we didn't, it stopped raining, and it got hot later on with the mosquitoes. But it wasn't too hot, from what I recall, sort of thing, just because there's a video that we made, and my aunt Jen, who was making the video, kept on like swatting mosquitoes or something like that. Anyways, so I do remember details of that day. I mean, like I said, got ready in Three Valley Gap. That's where I spent the night, right? I mean, I remember, if I sat down, I could probably remember a lot of details about that day. And same with the next day. I mean, we woke up late, and the gifts exchange. Perfect. Essentially is what happens at a at a wedding. But as far as like specific details, like what songs were played at in the evening and stuff like that, no idea. I mean, the food, no, I don't know. I mean, I know there were snacks. I sort of had general layout of the building that I've been to a couple times, but that's about it. But yeah, so okay, flash forward. Okay, move up a bit, a couple years later, to a date. I don't even have to mention the date. Everybody knows it. A major event. To me, my memories, I don't remember the day before. I don't remember the day after. I was living in Burnaby at the time. I was in the underground washing a car early in the morning before we opened up. I think we opened up at 7 or something like that. Listening to the radio station. I'm not sure which one it was. Was it CFOX, CFMI? The new one, there was a new rock alternative. I think it was 102.9. Can't remember exactly. Don't know what the song was. Just remember I was washing a car. And on the radio, they come in saying that, yeah, we're hearing reports about a plane that crashed into to one of the towers. Other than that, I remember going upstairs and then hearing about the second one. Phoning my wife instantly, being on the phone with her all day. Like I said, I worked for a car rental company. Within hours, or probably within the next 24. I don't know if they all the details, but all the planes were grounded worldwide. And again, working for the car rental company, they all made like mutual agreements that you can drop your car everywhere else. So we're getting cars like from Boise, Idaho, like in Vancouver, sort of thing, because there was like no charge, right? And all the planes were grounded, probably for a couple of days. I can't remember exactly how long it was, but it was a period of time. Anyway, so, but really, that's all I remember from that day, right? And I'm quite sure there are other people that remember like two, if they tried, right? But they don't, but, and that's what I say, it's recall, it's focus sort of thing. Hyper focus. Maybe this, like I said, maybe this is being repressed in me or something like that, or, and I'll get to that at the very end. Hopefully I can make this all video, because I'm going to go into the third occasion, the third date. Third date is February 19th. No, February 23rd, 2019. Exactly. I was just using examples sort of like that. I mean, it's not that long ago, right? Like 5 years ago, just over 5 years ago. I have absolutely no recollection of that day. I mean, maybe something important happened that day and said, you remember this, but, maybe I would. But as far as like the date, no. Okay. Somebody, this would be somebody that has almost like would be highly superior not to be confused with a photographic or eidetic memory, and that's there's a line from the movie Hackers. Lord Nikon, I think is the character's name, and he goes and says, I think it's Lisa something. I can't remember. See, I've seen the movie a million times. I can't remember the entire scene, but essentially it was that he's seen her driver's license, and so he knows, like knows her, name, address, everything on her driver's license, right? And then he goes and says, photographic memory is a curse, right? Because because if you didn't have control of it, like, it was so okay. So on to the final example, February 19th or February 23rd, 2019, right? Person with highly superior HSM would say, okay, yeah, that was a Sunday. I'm just using an example. I have no idea what day of the week it was, but it was a Sunday. Woke up a little bit hungover. Probably shouldn't have had that, last glass of wine. Thankfully, Tylenol was right by my bedside, so I grabbed a couple of Tylenol. Had pancakes and strawberries with whipped cream on top. It snowed, probably good. I used that image because I remember we were walking home the night before from Bob and Carol's, and we were playing cards. Had that 24 right at the end to skunk them. It was awesome. Anyways, good times.